Today we're going to talk about 3 things that I wish I had when I went to law school, things which I still use today as a practicing attorney. So stick around. Before we begin, a little background. This is a casebook. You'll get a casebook for every single one of your law school classes. And a casebook is exactly what it sounds like. It's a book full of cases. Now, I hate casebooks. Why? They're big, they're heavy, they're expensive, and what you'll find is that the authors of casebooks are incredibly lazy. Why? Well, theoretically, they're supposed to go through the cases that they include in their casebooks and only include the most important material. In practice, that's not what they do. In fact, in practice, authors simply include the cases verbatim, which means you're paying hundreds of dollars for cases that are in the public domain and you can access for free. These things are heavy. As a result, some people will take those wheelie bags that you'll see in airports. When I went to law school, I often tore the pages out of the casebooks because I hated transporting these damn things to class. And that brings me to the first thing that I wish I had in law school, and that's this. A beautiful, shiny tablet. Technology has progressed so far that so many of the tablets out there are great. It doesn't need to be an iPad. But the reason a tablet is great is because you can access all of your cases through the iPad. And specifically, what I use is called Westlaw Next. It's an app for the iPad. Now, in law school, you're going to get free access to Westlaw. It's one of the 2 major case databases. And what's great is you can go online, access your cases, and read them there. So instead of transporting your big, heavy, useless casebooks, you can just bring one tablet or your laptop if you want to class. When you use a tablet to read your cases, they will give you the bright line rule, that's the thing that is most important about your case, right up front in the headnotes. And as a bonus, you can use a good tablet as a second monitor for your laptop. There are inexpensive apps that let you use your iPad as an extension of your laptop. I wish I had a really good tablet when I went to law school. It would have saved so much time. It would have saved my back so much trouble from having to carry these casebooks around all the time. So that brings me to the second thing that I wish I had when I started law school, and that's this: a really nice laptop with a solid-state hard drive, a long battery life, and cloud storage. Now, every single lawyer that I know has a horror story, and they all go exactly like this. It was a week before the final exam. They had just finished their outline for a class. It was so perfect that the angels were singing. They were about to print it out, and then the computer went dead. They took their computer to every repair shop in the state, but nothing could be recovered. Everyone has a story like that. And that's because you're going to thrash your computer around in law school. Spend the extra money and get what's called a solid-state drive. It has no moving parts, so it's much, much more stable. Your sanity is worth the premium for the solid-state drive. Now, on top of that, I would strongly advise using Dropbox or Google Drive, some sort of cloud storage. Your outlines, your notes, your assignments, they'll automatically be backed up. And it just looks exactly like any kind of folder that you'll see on your computer anyway. So it's indistinguishable from putting your files on your hard drive anyway. If something happens to your laptop, all you'll have to do is log into your account and download the latest version. Finally, a laptop that has a big battery is self-explanatory. Some law school classrooms have plugins and some don't. Sometimes you'll be in a study session for hours at a time. You never know when you're going to have an electrical plugin and when you won't. So these days, it's pretty standard for laptops to have 8, 9, and 10 hours of battery. It's worth it. It's so much better than having a laptop that needs to be plugged in every hour or 2. So for the most part, I'm talking about Windows and Macs. Why? Because you have to be able to run ExamSoft, and ExamSoft really only runs on major laptops with normal software on it. Your law school and your bar examiners are almost all using ExamSoft. It's the software that locks out your entire computer, so the only thing you can do is use a word processor for purposes of your exam. It's the way that they make sure that no one can cheat on the bar exam or on law school finals. So it's important to have a computer that can run that soft. Otherwise, you will be totally screwed when it comes to the final exam. So that brings me to the third thing that I wish I had in law school, and that is a fast, cheap laser printer. Now, back in the day, laser printers were the size of VW Beetles and they cost more than a new kidney. Now, they're the size of toasters and cost about $7. You can pick up a reasonably fast laser printer with a built-in scanner for less than $200. In law school, you are going to be printing a ton, whether it's your outlines, your notes, or flashcards. You're going to be printing a lot and you want a printer that can handle that. What's great about a laser printer is that it's unaffected by water, which is great because you're going to be drinking a lot and you might happen to spill on your notes, which is the last thing you want. If you can get a laser printer with a built-in scanner, even better. Those are the three things that I wish I had when I started law school. I use those three things every day in practice. Technology has progressed so fast. There's so many good tablets out there, so many good laptops, and so many good printers. If you make the investment up front, if you don't already have those things when you start law school, you'll be glad that you did. They're going to make your life so much easier, and that's a huge part of succeeding in law school. Oh, and one last thing. If you're getting ready for law school, check this out. We put together a free ebook called The Ultimate Pre-Law Checklist. Just click the link below to download it. It's some of our best tips and strategies for getting ahead before you start law school, and it will put you miles ahead of your classmates. Just click below. And also, if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. We come out with new videos on how to crush law school all the time. So thanks a lot, and thanks for stopping by.